Salutations, my Fallout lovers. It is Matty here today, bringing you a very important Fallout 4 news update. Bethesda has finally dropped the long-awaited PC specs, along with some other very important release info on both Fallout 4 and the Pip-Boy app. So without further ado, let's dive straight into this. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited PC system requirements for Fallout 4. The minimum requirements for this game is a Windows 7, 8, or 10 64-bit operating system, Intel i5 2300 2.8 GHz processor, or an AMD Phenom 2 X4945 3.0 GHz or equivalent, 8 GB of RAM, 30 GB of hard drive space, and for a video card, an NVIDIA GTX 550 Ti with 2 GB of memory on it, or an AMD Radeon HD 7870 with 2 GB of memory or equivalent on it. As for the recommended specs, what you really should have to play this game, the same exact operating system, an Intel Core i7 4790 3.6 GHz processor, or an AMD FX 9590 4.7 GHz or equivalent. Once again, 8 GB of RAM, 30 GB of free hard drive space, and for your video card, an NVIDIA GTX 780, 3 GB of memory space there, and an AMD Radeon R9 290X with 4 GB of memory or equivalent. Now, let's discuss these specs a bit. A lot of people on my Twitter felt this was a surprisingly low asking price for how big and ambitious Fallout 4 is. In my opinion, the lower these specs are, as it allows more people to hop on the PC to play this game, the better. I personally feel the only underwhelming aspect of this game is the graphics card bit, but that is good in my opinion. The vanilla game should be easy to run because there will be visual improvement mods way down the line that are going to be putting our graphics cards to work. As for everything else, I'd say the processor seems to be the meatiest of the bunch, and I'm a little surprised that the game only requires 8 GB of RAM. I remember hearing so many interviews with Todd Howard and how RAM is key to their games, and that's how next gen's going to really change things up. So I figured that perhaps they might bump it up to 16 GB of RAM to fit in more, but this was once again likely to appease modding and the such. Don't worry, console users, we do have information for you. They say that for console storage space, make sure that Fallout 4 has at least 28 to 35 GB of space on your console, depending on territory and languages supported. So yes, the rumors were true that there will be 28.12 GB worth on the Xbox One, at least with that leak. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is also proof that Bethesda is still a boss at file compression. I know we all want to know when we can get our hands on Fallout 4 as soon as possible, and digitally the game will become available on November 10th, 2015 at 12:01 a.m. in all territories. In North America, the unlock time will be 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, except Asia, which will be 12 a.m. on a Tuesday, November 11th, and Japan available on 12 a.m. on a Thursday, December 17th. Sorry, Japan. This one is for my multilingual friends out there. What languages does Fallout 4 support? In North America, Fallout 4 supports English and French voice and text. In South America, Fallout 4 supports English voice and text as well as Brazilian and Portuguese, and Latin America Spanish text. In the United Kingdom and Australia/New Zealand, Fallout 4 supports English voice and text only. In most European territories, Fallout 4 supports the English, French, Italian, German, Spanish voice and text. In Russia and Poland, Fallout 4 supports English voice/text and Polish/Russian text. In Asia, Fallout 4 supports English voice and text as well as the English voice/traditional Chinese text. In Japan, Fallout 4 supports Japanese voice/text. So that's great that Fallout 4 supports a lot of languages. As for whether or not it has gamepad support on the PC, Fallout 4 does have plug-and-play compatibility with both the Xbox One and Xbox 360 controller. Alternate controller options may require additional user adjustments, which is most likely when people plug in their PS4 controllers. It's possible, but it'll take a little work. But that's great to know that it will have gamepad support. Doesn't surprise me though, because Fallout 3 and New Vegas did have that support as well. Does Fallout 4 support Steam achievements? The answer is yes. Does that surprise us? No. New Vegas had Steam achievements, but Fallout 3 did not because it ran with games for Windows Live. Boo. And so yeah, it's great to see that this game will have Steam achievements. We also have additional information on the Pip-Boy and Pip-Boy app. What platforms and phones support the Fallout 4 Pip-Boy app? The Fallout 4 Pip-Boy app is usable in tandem with the Fallout 4 on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. The app is supported on iOS, Android, and Windows Phone devices, which is great to see because a lot of people were upset that Fallout Shelter was not on the Windows Phone, so it's great to see that the Fallout 4 app will be supported there. When will the Pip-Boy app become available? As Todd Howard stated during the E3 press conference, it will be available for launch on the same day Fallout 4 is available. Now listen up, people, and be sure to have your phone next to you and know what it is, because here it comes. What phones will fit in the Pip-Boy edition Pip-Boy? The Pip-Boy included will have foam inserts that fit the iPhone 6/6s, the iPhone 5/5s, the iPhone 4 and 4S, Samsung Galaxy S5, the Samsung Galaxy S4, S3. In addition, using the customizable foam insert, you should be able to fit in most other popular smartphone devices. As we wanted to stay faithful to the dimensions of the in-game model, any smartphone larger than the models listed will not fit inside the wearable device, but can still use the Pip-Boy app. And finally, although this information was released publicly with the character system video, it is worth bringing to light. Is there a pre-order bonus? Everyone who pre-orders a physical copy of the regular or Pip-Boy edition of the game will receive a perk poster with your copy of the game. Digital pre-order bonuses vary by retailer. Be sure to check with your retailer for more info. So yes, everybody gets a perk poster if you buy a physical copy. And that wraps it up, ladies and gentlemen. We finally have our PC specs along with a boatload of other information on this game's release. What are you guys thinking on this, especially those PC specs? Let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.